last KVK I managed to get 22 million merits while being a tier 5 half of the season and tier 4 half of the season, right? Next KVK is underway in 1 week, and we are of course really interested what we are going to do whenever we're gonna be full tier 5 in a whole season, right? Of course, full tier 5 means for us as an archer main having more archer troops, and yet so far this is the archer troops which we are going to use in the next KVK, right? The video will be regarding the hero pairs which I will be using for the Age of Duality KVK, and of course I will be building around my troops and my heroes which are strong right now, right? Also, we're gonna check the matchmaking results because Brink of War is actually on the way right now, right? So yeah, let's start from the first topic, the marches which I'm going to use whenever we're gonna start the next KVK, right? And I will build the marches, and of course we're gonna save it, and this will be the marches for me, right? Of course there will be mainly archers because yeah, for 900 days I have been archer main, right? So the first march which we're gonna be building is of course centered around Kinnara, which was my first ever awakened legendary hero. And if you have not seen the PvP videos of this hero pair, yeah, we have been using Kinnara and Muzyang for a one whole season, and the merits have been really impressive, right? The difference between the Kinnara from the last KVK and right now, I'm using PvP talents on Kinnara for the next season. I want to check out how much merits we're gonna get with the PvP talent tree, right? Before, I was using control, right? So the Rattle Spear, a normal Rattle Spear with level 1, I was just happy to get it actually. And Snowpeak Rock, which is my first ever stray star warped, which I managed to get throughout the gameplay of my Call of Dragons, right? Of course, I want to get the Angry Roar second star, but yeah, it is what it is. At some point, I will make it, but yeah, you can see I'm really liking the healing gameplay of Call of Dragons, which actually gives us even more merits, right? So yeah, the first march is here. Kinnara Musyang, Rattle Spear, Snowpeak Rock. Talents will be PvP talent tree and marksman talent tree. The main idea of this hero pair is that we're gonna survive, we're gonna deal a lot of debuffs, and of course the damage is quite nice, right? Actually, especially when the Musyang's 4 skill buffs will apply to anybody who will attack us, especially mages. They are going to take a lot of damage because of counter attack damage, which is really high with anything whenever there is Kinnara in March, right? So yeah, since we are tier 5, you can utilize the tankiness and the survivability of the tier 5 troops and use the counter attack damage to our advantage, right? So first march for archers, Kinnara Musyang, Rattle Spear, and Snowpeak Rock, right? The second march, which have been with us for a long time already, which is generally one of the most free-to-play friendly march which I have ever had, and that's of course Indies, and that's of course Tarra, right? Indies is most free-to-play friendly because you can awaken Indies by just playing the game from the Dragon Trail. You are getting free tokens from there, and yeah, basically what's the idea of this hero pair, right? We are utilizing the buffs, which is Infirm here, and of course the keen attack plus 50% and resistance damage taken minus 10% to 4 surrounding legions, friendly legions, right? And a lot of healing, which Tarra and Indies is doing at the same time. And of course, we are using Heart of Kamasi. Even defensive artifact is great, and of course, for the buffs, which Heart of Kamasi has, is amazing buffs. In the hope of this skill will buff more important damage dealers in our marches, right? And the Warped, of course, some more survivability. Sand Lizard is a nice choice, right? Of course, we are just trying to get as much heals as possible. That's the only thing actually Sand Lizard can do to give you heals. So yeah, why not, right? For the troops, we are going to use Wyvern Riders, and in general, if you have not seen, If we are going to compare Wyvern Riders to normal archers, Wyvern Riders are more tanky, and archers are dealing more damage. So the talent tree of this hero pair, as you can see in this is primary, is of course support talent tree, and basically I have been playing with this hero pair for like 3 or 4 KVKs, and that's one of the most tanky hero pair I have. They are basically tanks. The amount of healing they are doing, the buffs, and of course the legion capacity increase helps a lot too, right? So yeah, the Wyvern Riders for more tankiness, and slowly we're gonna move forward to the third march, right? We are already having a good combo right here, right? The next one, which is, yeah, game is telling us by itself, this is how amazing the third archer march will be. Maggrat and Zayda, the most important archer hero pair in the game for archer players, and of course, like we don't even have to introduce this hero pair. They are doing 3x more damage than anything else in the game. And of course, Maggrat is 5551, Zayda is awakened, and we have Gilded Crossbow as the artifact, which I believe this artifact is the best artifact for archer players currently in the game, and it's been like this for a long time, right? Glittering Bolt is level 3, hoping to get it to level 5. It will be amazing, and then maybe in the long future we're gonna get Exemplar Wish, which I need to have 1500 more draws, right? Which is pretty late. Of course, we're gonna speak regarding the Warped, and that's the Shadow Manticore. Yeah, my second Warped, which has the 3-star main talent skill, Barbarism. And yeah, slowly I'm trying to increase the stars of the other important skills here. I will try to get Chain Strike, Intense Chain Strike, and the Tooth of the Claw to 3-star. Not really sure about Intense Barbarism or Angry Roar because they cost a lot, right? If we are comparing to other ones. Of course, luck. I wanted luck to be higher, S tier, but since we got max amount of skill slots and agility and strength is pretty nice amount in terms of attribute numbers, yeah, I kept this one. Maybe in the future I will be able to increase luck, but not right now because I just hit VIP level 14, right? So yeah, Shadow Manticore, the best warped for this hero pair. Of course, we are using Maggrat as a primary hero, and talent tree for the Maggrat is of course Precision Talent tree, because yeah, generally I really like Precision Talent tree in my lineups for the hero pairs, so especially who are dealing the damage. And of course, for Maggrat and Zayda, dealing damage will be the more primary option in my marches, right? So yeah, this is our third hero pair which we are going to use, and then we're gonna go to fourth one, right? The fourth one will be Falgrim, and the fourth one will be Nico, right? Falgrim and Nico, skill damage users. I actually rate Falgrim pretty highly because, well, for PvP open field, dealing damage to multiple targets always generates more merit, right? Defense break synergy works amazingly well. Awakening both of the heroes matter. Of course, Falgrim has even more important awakening skill than Nico, but yeah, still Nico is a basic hero. It won't gonna be problem for you guys to awaken him. I just need like 2 more levels here, and he will be awakened, right? And I have not even spent a single extra legendary tokens on Nico. This is all from gold keys, right? For the artifact, yeah, I got Barbed, I got Iron Tusk basically from the artifact compendiums lately. Level 2, the offensive artifact. Only one bad feature about this artifact is that whenever you are using the skill, you are standing still, which is not great, especially in intense PvP gameplays in Call of Dragons, right? Other than that, it deals a lot of damage, great additional effect, especially exclusive for Tusk, for the Falgrim, because of, yeah, Penetrating Bolt, only Falgrim does that, right? Offensive artifact, pretty nice, but not best in slot, right, in general for archers. Well, let me equip it, of course, and for the Warped, we are going going for Barbed Manticore. I'm trying to make 3-star Puncture. I'm halfway through. But yeah, until I'm not making Puncture 3-star, I'm not gonna put more levels on this Warped. But generally, I like the luck amount on this Warped, and basically, yeah, luck and agility will be the primary options, primary skills which we're gonna focus on Barbed Manticore, right? Of course, Rage and Defense Break, that's the synergy which Falgrim and Nico will have with this lineup, right? This will be another damage dealing march with my 4 marches so far, which will do quite a lot of damage. I will try to increase levels on Falgrim on a daily basis. We already have 5221, and yeah, I have like 200 legendary tokens saved, so we're gonna decide when the new archers will come out. So that's my 4th archer march, which we are going to use in a new season, and finally we will be able to use one more, right? Finally we are able to use one more. I think I have enough troops in order for me to use this hero pair more frequently, and that's of course Kregg and Theia, right? Of course, the main hero here is Theia. My Theia is pretty nice, 5524, and of course I wanted to utilize Theia because Theia helps a lot in PvP open field, right? Here we are going to use the Wyvern Riders, of course, because both of the heroes are flyers. And yeah, Shadowblades will be the artifact for this hero pair. Level 4 Shadowblades, which is nice. Of course, hopefully soon we're gonna get level 5. And for the work pets, basically I have one work pet left, which is Nightrock. In my case, and yeah, I'm using this Nightrock, of course, not really expecting too much damage out of this Nightrock, but still flying Warped, which will be nice because this hero pair will be able to move around every single terrain which is there, right? Of course, Kregg is the primary hero here. We are utilizing the Marksman talent tree on Kregg, and mobility until the half, and the bleed feature, which Kregg is popular, is pretty nice against infantry players who like to stand together, because bleed can deal damage to multiple targets, right? That's the most important way how this hero pair is going to deal damage, right? That's the bleed and dealing damage to a couple of targets. So basically, this is my first ever 5 March, which I will be using in the future season. Of course, we are waiting for new archers, so hopefully we are going to get them really soon. And I really think that new archers are going to be at least on the same level as Maggrat and Zayda. And that's the whole reason why I'm saving my legendary tokens. I want to be ready when new archers are coming to the town, right? And of course, when we're gonna check them, I will decide where I'm gonna invest these legendary tokens, which I have been saving up for a while, right? So yeah, this is my 5 March. Half of them are tier 5, half of them are tier 4, because my wyverns are tier 4, right? So yeah, now it's time for us to check what happened with the matchmaking, and this is the matchmaking for Age of Duality. Yet again, we are matched against HD, and we are matched against or with the Seal, which we have fought in the past with together and against, and of course B and R, which is another alliance. Which I think my alliance pirates have played in the past KVK, right? So the alliances are X, the pirates, which are us, B and R, HD. Who else? Seal, of course. Here somewhere should be Locke. Yep, Locke is also here. And who else? Who else? Let me check if I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I guess that's it, right? I guess that's it. So yeah, basically, this will be the map and how, where, when, and where we're gonna start the KVK. In approximately 1 week, the start of the KVK will be there, and of course, a lot of PvP open field gameplay will start, and hopefully, we're gonna have even more merits than we are having right now, right? 22 million is actually my max, and of course we're gonna try our best to get even more in the future KVK, right? Hopefully video was interesting with the new ideas for the hero pairs. If it was, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and good luck.